was the best advice you ever got as a young performer?
I think one of the best pieces of advice that I ever got was from a conductor once said to me, I was probably about 30 at the time, but always make your own decisions. And I think that is important, especially in these days of where marketing is such a big thing and they try to make personalities out of young musicians, which perhaps don't match what they feel themselves. So I always stayed true to my own personality. I always went on the road that I wanted to go. I never let them make me into, give me a punk hairdo or something that I didn't feel comfortable with. And in the long run, that has really paid off because I feel I've kept my integrity and kept my identity, and it's one that I'm very happy with.
What advice would you give to young people who choose classical music in particular?
It's very hard for young pianists these days to see their future, to know where they're going to go. There's so many of them. And of course, with a huge influx of Asian pianists and musicians who are wonderful and who work very hard and who have a very high technical ability, that in the international competitions, there are all these young kids who play astoundingly well, trying to make a career, trying to get the same concert dates. And yet also the concert life in many places is losing a little bit of momentum, not in major cities, but it is the case. So a lot of them feel quite desperate, really, what they're going to do, and ask me for advice. But I think already having music as part of your life is such a wonderful thing. It develops them as people. It gives them something to aspire to. And I think they have to learn really to take their future into their own hands a lot, to be entrepreneurial, to make contact with people, not to be afraid of that, not just to sit at home and expect it all to come to them, which is one thing that I did. I even when I won the Bach competition in 1985, it opened the door that much, but I knew then it was up to me to keep it going and to keep working. So it has to be a lifelong passion, and I think you can't expect it all to happen very right away when you're 19, 20 years old. It's best to build it up over many years.
Mm-hmm. What does this particular Governor General's Lifetime Achievement Award mean for you?
It means, it's a huge honor, and it means an awful lot to me, especially I think coming in this year, my 60th year, also in the middle of my Bach Odyssey project, in which I'm performing the complete works of Bach around the world over 4 years in 12 recitals. And so it is a recognition, I suppose, of the hours and hours and hours of work that I have put in over the years, of the fact that I have devoted so much time to Bach. I probably haven't spent so much time with any other man on the planet in the world than I have with Bach, but he's been a very good companion, never let me down. And so it is a recognition of that, and for that I'm very grateful. Coming from my own country, of course, Canada means so much to me, and I'm so happy to be a Canadian and to present that blue passport wherever I go in the world, and to represent Canada on the international stage. So it's lovely to have that, because a lot of artists aren't recognized as they should be in their own country. Nul n'est prophète dans son pays. And I've always been grateful for everything that Canada has given me, and this is really the icing on the cake, I guess.